Welcome to the bold analysis. The first day of the president's tour, he was supposed to visit Laikipia and Nyeri. So in this podcast, we are going to look into what is called Mount Kenya tour. And we've also been told it's a development tour. At the end of the day, we'll have to find out which development. Number two, what are the political echoes from it? Laikipia is one of the counties with three constituencies: Laikipia North, Laikipia West, and Laikipia East. And the president visited two constituencies, Laikipia West and Laikipia North. And in fact, he has only visited two areas. And both of them, coincidentally, are primary schools. So let's find out. And I'm going to show you that contrary to the confidence that was shown yesterday during the interview, the president designed cagey way to avoid talking to Mwananchi. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell and like our videos. And thank you very much for your support. Do you need solar solutions? You need to work with Instalight, and I refer to you to Instalight company. Instalight, they have amazing packages, whether you want to set up in your office, you want to set up in your house, you've built some house up country, any part of this country, contact Instalight, and Gidiomi is on standby to hear and talk to you about solar solutions. The number is there, 0722 818 883. Talk to Instalight and I guarantee you that your solar solutions are well served. And say goodbye to power outages. William Ruto opened a tuition block in Ngarachi Comprehensive School, laying the foundation stone Ngarachi Primary School. Curiously, this school was done by KDF. This is amongst the 9 schools that KDF was building. Remember, in Laikipia West, there was a problem of banditry. Yeah, so the problem, there were insecurity problems. And when KDF was deployed there, this was amongst the 9 schools built under Maliza Uhalifu. So, and even if you look at this one, when they were launching that school clearly. The objective, the objective of launching the school was just president riding on that. So here, if you ask me, this was not the president's function. This is not like president's event like tunaweza sema sasa ametengeneza. This is launching a complete project which were done by the military and amongst other 9, and this one is complete. I paid attention to the crowd mobilization. Yesterday, the president was asked about hostility. And I remember the radio journalist was asking him about the fact that they were begging people to come. They were begging people to receive the president. In this podcast, my position was clear that just welcome the president. No need of bravado and fiasco and chaos. Now, what they did, they chose schools. Remember, in Laikipia West, it was that Ngarachi school. And in Laikipia East, that is around Nanyuki, he laid foundation stone for construction of classrooms block for Nanyuki DEB Primary and Junior School, Laikipia County. And now, interestingly, this was a group of these women, the way they were organized, and that was under my friend Alice Wahome, a very good subscriber of this channel, the CS for lands, not lands. Is she the one for lands? Yeah, for lands. Yeah, she's the one who was coordinating this. And this was moments before William Ruto arrived. Now, when you watch keenly, you will realize that they were even occupying the front space when the president arrived in that school. Rais ameenda tena shule, a project that again funded under CDF. Now, you know what they did? Ruto blended the students with locals to pool numbers. Of course, in school, you already have a crowd. So in the school, you mobilize so that people come to there. And Laikipia Women Rep, Jen Kagere, in her statement, she actually confirmed that the president was not going to the towns, that allegedly people had asked for him to go to the rural villages. And I want to show you a very interesting video that I also want you to see. I'm going to merge it with that of Jen Kagere, where you will see the women in some traditional regalia there blended with the students. Now, those were the crowd.
Laikipia ni kaunti ya baraka. Wiki 3 zilizoisha, tuliketi na watu wa Laikipia, wakanituma kwako, wakaniambia ukuje Laikipia, na wakasema usikuje kule kwa town, ukuje uwapate kwa mashinani. Your Excellency the President, na kushukuru ati leo umekuja umewapata katika mashinani pahali walikuomba ufike. Shukrani ya pili, Your Excellency, ni ya kwamba umekataa ukabila katika hii nchi.
Si ni kweli? Sasa niko hapa na waziri wa mambo ya stima. Niko hapa na PS wa mambo ya stima. Leo asubuhi tumeanzisha mradi wa shilingi milioni 720 kuunganisha watu 4,000 wapya kwa huduma ya stima. Mnanielewa? Na huyu Kiunjuri na hao wabunge wengine watatueleza kijiji gani haina stima, kijiji gani haijafikiwa na stima, sehemu gani haijafikiwa na stima, ndio tupeleke stima huko, tuondoe giza, tuweke mwangaza, shetani ahame. Ama namna gani jameni? Si namna hiyo? Unajua shetani anapenda mahali iko giza. So tukiwakisha mataa kila mahali, shetani atahama Laikipia hii. Ama namna gani watu wa Laikipia? Nego kana tikbo. Tunaelewana namna hiyo? Tuendelee namna hiyo? Kwa hivyo mimi nimefika hapa leo kwa mambo ya kazi ya watu wa Laikipia. Pia kuna maneno huyu Kiunjuri ameniambia.
I would want to ask you, come on. Can you say that those are people that have not been paid? Of course, the traditional regalia, ili wavae wakuje hapo, those are people that have been mobilized. We are not saying there is anything wrong with that, because ni sawa, because those our mothers have also gotten some income, kidogo, they've been given some 1,000 stipend or so. But what we are saying here is, why is the president avoiding organic crowds? The organic crowd is actually in the town center. That is where you mobilize. You don't mobilize, you will find people who, you will get the real feel of the people. But the president avoided that because he realized there was a possibility of boycotting. Now, even if you look at this video, it is just a handful of people of the women group. It is that women group and the students on the other end, and they have been separated. And strategically, they're the ones that are placed standing next hapo mbele ya president. Curiously, is about road. And I've realized the president doesn't have money to do roads. For the first year of 2022, there is something president is saying, that hapo kitambo alipoingia hakukuwa na pesa, so you will not do this, and they kept on singing, we found a dilapidated economy. But remind me, by the time the president was in power, since 2022, he was promising roads. There was even one that, I don't know whether I can find that soundbite by Methu.
Tumeweka pesa bilioni 260 ambayo tutatumia katika hizi mabarabara zetu. Na sasa tunakusanya ushuru, ndio nimekuja hapa leo. Hii barabara yenu kutoka maili 10 hapo, kuja Subuku, kuja hapa Shamata, kwenda mpaka Kariamu, hii barabara tutatengeneza, na mimi nataka niwahakikishie mwaka 1.5 itakamilika, mimi nitakuja hapa kufungua. Neguo, tunaelewana? Na hawa waheshimiwa wameniambia ikifika pale Kaka ipelekwe kwa hospitali. So, Katondo, mahali inaitwa Katondo, mahali fulani hapo. So, na nimekubali, wacha iende kwa hospitali.
This one. He has been promising roads since 2022. Today, I've not seen him commissioning one complete road. One complete. And in fact, they are demanding for more. They're actually asking and still promising about roads.
Kiunjuri ameniambia kuna barabara imewasumbua hapa town kutoka Liki kwenda Ndrukoma. Sijui kama nyinyi ndio mlimutuma ama ni propaganda yake. Ni mlimutuma? Huyo Kiunjuri. Mkamwambia hiyo barabara ya kutoka Liki kwenda Ndrukoma ijengwe. Sasa mimi nimekubaliana na yeye, nimepanga sasa, si ndio? Mwangi. Anasema ati niseme maneno kidogo hapa, lakini hao watu si wanataka kusikia hii maneno. Ama mnatakaje? Si ndio? So hiyo kazi ya barabara nimekubaliana na yeye. Kazi ya barabara pia ile ya kwenda Ruai, kwenda kutoka Trojan pale, hiyo barabara vile vile nimekubaliana na yeye. Nasikia hiyo barabara inawasumbua sana. Ni kweli ama si kweli? Ni kweli hiyo? So nijenge hiyo barabara? Basi huyu muungwana amenieleza. Alafu kazi zingine nyingi tutakubaliana na nyinyi. Lakini nimefurahi sana kufika hapa Laikipia, kufika hapa Nanyuki.
So after the events inside the school, they decided to organize for a rally outside. Now, this crowd that was in the school, they squeezed their way wakitoka kwa hiyo shule, and that crowd went again with the president out there where they conducted a rally. And that is why you can see this crowd, you will see the video of this crowd really going viral. And of course, some Kenyans who are online were actually telling out the president about the fact that he's full stained, so just lying about it. So you'll understand all that, how that was curated. They walked out of the school, wakaingia kwa hiyo corridor, na wametoka na hiyo crowd. Then they did, it is the same crowd yenye ilikuwa shule, ndio ilifanya that rally outside there. Not that they drove somewhere far, just nje ya shule.
Niende ninyoroshe mambo ya masomo ya watoto wa Kenya.
Tunajua ni kuste wewe.
Ilikuwa kwa CBC. Niliweka jopo.
Uongo.
Tukatatua matatizo ya CBC.
Uongo.
Na kwa miaka miwili.
Uongo.
Nimeajiri walimu 76,000.
Uongo.
Kisha ya
uongo.
Wanapata nafasi ya
sisi wajinga bwana, watu si wajinga.
na vile vile
Watu si wajinga bwana.
kwamba lazima
wewe tume gift live acha kuhang.
Curiously, he tried to attack Rigathi with the broad-based all that, but people watched, and I think that is where the intelligence was also paying attention. People were just watching helplessly, and what would have expected yesterday when he attacked Rigathi with the narrative of the 10 billion, that big lie about the 10 billion. Of course, it was to character assassinate and project Rigathi as a man whom now watu wanamdharau, watu wamtaki. So by the time he goes there, he was talking about, technically trying to talk about Rigathi, but realized he didn't get traction.
Watu wa hapa Laikipia, tunaelewana? Unajua, mimi kwa miaka miwili nimekuwa nikipanga mambo. kwa sababu nilikuta uchumi iko na matatizo. Nikasema mbali ya kupanga mambo mengine nilainishe mambo ya uchumi. Sasa uchumi iko sambamba, iko chonjo. Sasa ile kazi imebaki ni mimi kuja kumalizia nyinyi mambo ya barabara, tumalize stima, niwajengee soko, niwajengee affordable housing, nisomeshe watoto wenu hapa na tuwapatie mambo ya matibabu, Kenya iweze kusonga mbele. Nyinyi watu wa Laikipia mnasema kazi iendelee ama mnataka tuletewe fitina ya upuzi? Nasema tuendelee na kazi. Wale wanasema tuendelee na kazi nione kwa mkono, wala wanasema tuendelee na kazi. Tunaelewana? Tuko pamoja jameni? Laikipia tumekubaliana. Na mimi nataka niwahakikishie ya kwamba hii Laikipia, mimi nikiwa rais wa Kenya, haiwezi kubaki nyuma. Mimi nitahakikisha ya kwamba wakati Kenya inapiga hatua ya kwenda mbele, Laikipia iko katikati ya hiyo mpango ya kupeleka taifa letu la Kenya mbele. Na mtu asiwadanganye na siasa ya pesa nane kusema ati sehemu hii itawachwa nyuma. Hiyo ni upuzi, hiyo ni ujinga. Mimi nawaambia Kenya itasonga mbele, Laikipia ikiwa katikati ya kupeleka taifa letu la Kenya. Laikipia hoye! Laikipia hoye! Na mimi nataka niwahakikishie watu wa Laikipia, mimi nikiwa kiongozi wa taifa hii, nimesema ya kwamba tutaunganisha taifa letu la Kenya. Kila jamii, kila sehemu, kila county, kila dini tutaunganisha, kwa sababu umoja ni nguvu, kutengana ni udhaifu. Tunaelewana? Na hii serikali mlinipatia nafasi ya kuunda hii serikali, inatutosha sisi wote. Sio lazima mmoja aondoke ndio mwingine apate nafasi, hapana. Sisi wote tunateshea ndani ya hii serikali.
And I want you to compare, let's listen to this and look at the reaction of the people. Now, when you compare this to the time the president used to go to Mount Kenya and talk about Raila Odinga, there was a time they used to go there and the whole day they talk about Raila. They would say Raila this, Raila that, they would get the claps. On this one, he tried attacking Rigathi and he could not get the claps. As much as people understand. Sometimes when you make explanation, people understand. And do realize that in spite of promising dams, in Laikipia is not mentioned about any dam until the governor even complained or raised this matter. If you look at the whole Laikipia tour, 2 schools in the whole of the county, something is not adding up. And this is what I'm realizing. Ruto is sneaking his way in the villages to avoid facing organic voters because he fears confronting organic voters, because organic voters will put him in accountability check. So whatever is happening, the crowds mobilized is for optics, so that politicians who cling on his shoulder will not want to see a narrative that is popularity in the region is winning. Remember, the main reason why number 1 is in the mountain is not for any development. Is to try to prove a point, is to try to create a perception that this region has not left me. Now, that is all why they are there. And even if you look at the nature of development that are going on there, it is just the same thing like what happened in Nairobi. In Nairobi here, I told you, I was even telling the students about 1 million chapos. It is just the same script being recycled. Now, for MPs who will fall for that trap and now think because they have mobilized people and those people have now praised the president, they need to think. Lastly, government doesn't have money for projects. And I agree with what Mbadi says here in Nairobi. Mbadi keeps on saying, our debts have reached the peak. We don't have the money to do some of the giant projects. But the president keeps on promising. There is nothing going on because all the blocks, even the rural electrification that is launched, all of them are just new projects. And and hakuna yenye imewekwa yenye anaweza sema sasa hii imewekwa, or one that is complete. About the road, no road has been launched, a complete one. About the dams, no dam. So maybe we are getting it wrong. Maybe someone can tell me. About the school in Ngarachi, it was KDF. And that is not, and about the school in the one in Nanyuki, the CDF money. Government did not put money to build any primary school. Unless now Ruto wants to now create benevolence and saying, I'm doing this and that. Kubaya. Let's wait for what happens in Meru. But really, the president is avoiding organic crowds. And that is what we can see from Laikipia. Thank you.